This is Dorothy with Scrapbooking, and this is the project that we're going to do today. So this is the start of my Christmas cards, and this paper pumpkin package. You make 10 Christmas cards, 2 designs, really beautiful envelopes, and there's a touch of green foil throughout both of these cards. So really pretty cards, really easy to make. So here we go. Okay, so here's the paper pumpkin kit that I just got, maybe a week or so ago. I didn't get on it right away. I had a baby shower going on in my house, so there was a lot of stuff going on here. So this is what we get, a 1/2-inch double stick roll, really pretty Christmas sentiment stamp set, and you get some beautiful green ink in our little ink pad. And here are all the pieces. So I'm just opening it up. And we've got grosgrain ribbon that is cut to size, and the ribbon is cut on a slant. And we've got our dimensionals, double stick dimensionals, and those are the envelopes. And we've got our die cuts here, and I am keeping the stack of, I think there's 5. I'm keeping the stack together, and they punch out just fine. So you can save yourself some time by stacking them so it's a real straight group, and then punching them out all together. So this is the second card, and then we also get some sentiment banners, and there are 12 of them. So if you mess up, you have 2 extras. And I've also stacked the 2 pages to go ahead and print them out. Look at that beautiful green foil on there. The thing that's fun is that these are kind of a fun fold. It's a triple fold. So that's my little indicator of what's in the stamps. So I'm just going to cut it apart so it can fit into the little. Actually, that's what the double stick came in, so it's not exactly made for that, but that's okay. It'll fit. Cardboard goes out, and here are our instructions. My picture instructions, I absolutely love. So this just gets folded over, and you pop out the centerpiece, and then you've got all the pretty foil fronds showing through. Really, really pretty. And what I am going to do is stack all the pieces together. So we've got all of these, and also the card 2. So card 1 and card 2. Then I'm going to put 5 of the banners with each card. And that way I'm making 2 stacks that have all the pieces for each stack. So just to, kind of simplify things for you, you can set your second stack aside until you're ready for it. And then we've got 5 really pretty bright red grosgrain ribbon for each one. And cute little birds to go on the second card. So I am going to go ahead and take off the Merry Christmas sentiment. And I'm just going to go, there are 3 sentiments that come with this card. So you can choose whichever sentiment you want. That's, totally up to you. And if you want to use one of the other ones for the inside of the card, you can totally do that. So I was just putting those together, and what I found is the Merry has to get very close to the Christmas. So you almost want the excess acrylic, I guess, the polymer touching to get the 2 words to fit on the banner. So I always have a bit of a time getting these little ink spots opened. And then it sticks to you. So I'm going to go ahead and try, and these, I have to say, these stamps right off the bat, they just stamp beautifully. Just make sure you don't have anything underneath that makes your stamping uneven. So here we're going, and this green is, I think it's spruce green, I'm not positive, but so, so pretty. So what I like to put everything all together, and this is what I term my factory, making my factory cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of doing everything all at one time so that you get faster at it rather than doing one card at a time. So if you put it all together, then you get, it's a little bit more efficient and easier to do. So now this is what I'm saying. See, what I have is a paper pad there instead of just one sheet of paper, and you get an uneven stamping then, of course. Silly girl. So this is what I like about this. This is kind of a technique. It's stamping off the edges. So it's kind of, I think it's called a bleed. But instead of just having everything directly on, you want to kind of stamp off to just add a little bit more interest. And so I'm just going to go ahead and stamp all the corners. This is what they say to do. And so, see, and once you kind of get in the groove, you get much faster at it. Granted, this is speeded up, but you just become much more efficient because you have some muscle memory going here. And this is tone on tone stamping. So you've got a green background with the green ink going on. So tone on tone. So you're getting bleeding off the edges and tone on tone stamping here. So I'm going to go ahead and clean off, use my damp microfiber cloth and clean off the stamps. And always put your stamps back right after you use them, because I have a couple of lone stamps that have lost their way. So I found one yesterday, but I still have one that's remaining. Now here's the double stick tape that's 1/2 inch, and it is edge to edge on the grosgrain ribbon. And you don't need to go all the way out to the ends. You can just do, a good size piece right in the middle. And this is going to go right underneath. So you have a little bit of red peeking on either side of the banner. And they don't give you a lot of excess, I'm telling you. There's just barely, at least in my package, barely enough ribbon to show on each side of the banner. So, but you just want a little bit peeking so you can see how a little bit of red goes a very long way. And then we've got, so we use the double stick tape for the ribbon, and now we're putting the dimensionals on the back of the banner. So that way we get a little dimension to our card, and it's always a good thing to have some dimension, just for the sake of interest. So I'm using my bone folder to get a real sharp crease. And this is going to go on towards the top. You could actually put it a little bit further down. And what you want to do is make sure that your dimensionals are not showing on the other side when you open the flap. So look at how easy that card is to go together. See, it's just so simple. Now, I was not inclined to cut these all apart, because what I usually do for Christmas is write a little letter, because all of my family lives far away from me. They live on the East Coast, and I live in Texas. So we're talking just far away. So we're not really tremendously involved in each other's lives. And so I do write a Christmas letter to kind of keep them in touch with what's going on with some pictures. So I love that this is a kind of a fun fold kind of thing, so I can stash my letter um, inside, and you still have a pretty Christmas card, and it's not, it can just hide inside. So there we go. That's it. But I have a lot to tell everybody this year. You know, Philip got married, and they're going to have a baby, and you know, we had the reception at my house, and then we had the baby shower at my house. So there was a lot going on in the Smith household this year. So I'm just going ahead and taking all the dimensional bottoms off and putting the sentiments down, and then I kind of decided to put the dimensionals on the spot where it goes, so you can kind of see better what you're doing. So there we go. I got all my little scraps going in my little jar, and then we've got our 5 cards. And really without, now I have this all zoomed up, but timing it with before zooming, timing it was 55 minutes to put all of these cards together, and that's me being silly and goofy and kind of slow moving. So still less than an hour to do 10 cards, and they're really pretty and gorgeous envelopes, and lots of interest on them. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Got a big blob of ink on my stamp, so I'm just cleaning it off before I go on. Go back to being crisp here. So same thing as the first card, where you're going to put the double stick on your grosgrain ribbon, and it sticks very nicely even though the ribbon isn't flat. But it does really, it's pretty darn sticky, to tell you the truth. So same kind of thing. Don't have to go totally edge to edge. And I'm putting all the same pieces together so that you get a little bit more efficient in your work. I mean, anytime you're making several things that are the same, then this is, to me, this is how you want to do it, just to get more efficient in putting things together. So my little tool there, it's like the take a pick tool. The more I use it, the more I love it, and it's nice and thick. So if you have a little arthritis in your hands, it's thick enough that you're not squeezing down real tight on something too skinny. Okay, this pretty bough of leaves is going up in the corner. And the nice thing about our instructions is the little pictures show exactly where to put your dimensionals and your various adhesives. So there's one little bird, and then the second little bird gets stacked on top right next to the other little bird. So we have a lot of dimension going on this card. So very pretty. See, I scooched the camera down, and now I'm working off the camera. I mean, off the edge. I'm sorry. So I'm putting the sentiment down a little bit from it's not going close to the top. You want it down a little bit. And I'm kind of putting all my little birds together, all my little pieces together, so that you just put, when you're putting it on the card, you're just putting actually one piece down. So see, you've got your little birds there, and there's a dimension on the little bird, the single bird, and then dimensions on the back of the bird sitting on the branch. And many levels of items in these cards. So the more levels of, the more dimensional, the more interesting your card is, the more complicated it looks. But we know the secret, don't we? It's not that complicated. And see, the stamping, all we did was stamp the sentiment and a little bit of branching on the first card. And so, this is pretty doggone easy. Pretty little birds. So, excuse me, I don't know whether they're going to have refills on this or what other Christmas cards, but this is a good start to making my Christmas cards for this year. And it's really nice. It's October, and I've already got 10 cards done. So this is pretty exciting for me. Take my stamp off. And once again, I could put one of the other sentiments on the inside of the card. And there's also some little berries and the branch that you can use to decorate the inside of the card if you want, or if you want to add more decorations wherever on your card or envelope. So, and the pretty cardinal too. So you can actually, I can take this stamp and make all sorts of different cards. And actually they have some absolutely gorgeous, I meant to show it. There's some beautiful foil green and gold paper that I'm going to use it to make some beautiful Christmas cards. And they also have some really pretty, it's called brush gold cards and envelopes. And those are also going to be more of my Christmas cards that I'll make a video of. So I'm just putting all the cards down here so you can see exactly what we did. So here are all of our 10 cards with a beautiful cardinal. Who doesn't love cardinals? I do. Always love to see a cardinal in the backyard. They're not around a whole lot in Texas, but I sure do appreciate them when I see them. So I'm going to have to scooch up a little bit so you can see the envelope. These envelopes, I love pretty envelopes. I just really love pretty envelopes. So I appreciate that these paper pumpkins, you always get a pretty envelope with it. So yay for that. Here we go, a little adjustment here and there. Should have come over to the left a little bit more. Look at that pretty envelope. See the shine on it, the foil? See, how can you not love that? The start of the Christmas season is happening now. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And we'll see you soon. Bye now. Hi, this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking. Thanks for watching my channel. Please subscribe and learn along with me. Thank you. Bye-bye.